Hey, welcome back to NewZeroland. I'm going to meet up with Simon and we're going to go on an electric road trip. 2 Energicas, 600 kilometers. It's going to be awesome.
Alright, you guys remember Simon from one of my last videos? Well, he also has an Energica and always asks me if I want to go for a ride, but I'm usually too busy. Well, not this time. We planned a huge loop up to Waipukurau, then down into the countryside so we could check out Highway 52, which is this road that every motorcyclist has told me about since I moved to New Zealand and I still haven't been. So I jumped on my bike and rode up the coast to meet Simon at a gas station right up the highway.
It's funny how even with electric motorcycles we still meet at gas stations. It's just the place to be. Oh, there's a charging station. Hey, that's cool. Should I charge up? Maybe I charge up. Yeah, while I wait for Simon to show up, might as well charge. Wow, that's a big cable. Wow, that's crazy. That's a heavy one. Full power, 23 kilowatts. Really?
I was only there for like 10 minutes by the time Simon showed up, and my battery went up 20%. I don't even remember what life was like before DC fast charging.
Yeah, where do we turn, Levin?
Oh, you don't have... Why? You don't have a phone mount?
No, I don't.
How do you know where you're going?
I don't. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm always lost. Oh, he's gone. We've been on the road for like a minute, and now it's raining. Real fruit ice cream! This is not the day for ice cream. Hopefully it's not raining all day.
We decided our next stop would be in Shannon because there are 2 stations there, and when you're doing a trip with 2 electric motorcycles, that's kind of a must.
Alright, welcome to Shannon. There's a sweet Malaysian place right across the street from the charging station. Nanyang Flavors? Yeah, that place is awesome. They have Marmite chicken, as weird as that sounds. And they have 2 ChargeNet stations. So cool.
Simon mapped out our ride with a better route planner, which I've never used before, but it seems like a really useful tool, especially for electric road trips.
So as you're going along, it gives you this little bar and it's telling you how much battery it thinks you've got.
Oh, cool.
And you can kind of nudge it up or down 1% if it's off.
Oh, yeah.
But that whole leg that we did from BP is what, 50 or so K?
Yep.
It was exactly the same percentage. Like it predicted it perfect.
Wow. I think I'll definitely use that in the future once I get a phone mount. We just needed a top up in Shannon, so our stop there was only like 15 minutes. This is what we call the electric splash and dash, and it gave us the idea to stop at more stations and spend less time in each one rather than trying to hypermile it like we usually do on these trips. Because if you don't have to go very far, you don't have to worry about range at all, and you can go as fast as you want. When we got to the next charger in Woodville, somebody had just plugged in, so we had to make a new plan.
So Simon's gonna wait and charge there. I'm gonna go to Dannyburg, which is only like 20 minutes away, and charge up there, and then he'll meet me there in a little bit. It just makes more sense to do this, like staggered charging, so that we're not both in Waipukurau waiting like one after the other, because then we'd be there like an hour and a half, and that would be a very long lunch. And in Waipukurau, we really need full charges because it's going to be about 200 Ks on twisty back roads. I feel like we can make it, but we'll see. So yeah, Dannyburg, 27 Ks. Let's go. Welcome to Dannyburg. Hey, Viking. EV charging station. Here's one for Mark Travels. Let's put it in reverse. I'm just kidding, man. You're awesome.
Such a fun ride today. I mean, I know I started out in the rain, but now it's like super warm, summery time. It's great. And I'm charging up, and Simon's gonna meet me back here. Once he charges up in Woodville, he'll ride up about 20 minutes, and yeah, and then we'll both ride to Waipukurau. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. I'm sorry. As usual. It kind of sucks that we have to stagger our charging because there's only one charging station here. But you know, as the infrastructure improves, like Shannon has 2 stations, Waipukurau only has 1, but then Masterton has a whole bunch, and so that's going to be our station after Waipukurau, after the long twisty roads. So, you know, things are getting better. Soon there might be another one in this spot next to me. Who knows? It's just cool that Dannyburg, as small of a town as this is, has a charging station. So I'm optimistic about the future. I mean, when the bikes are this fun to ride, the future is looking pretty good.
Okay, battery is in the yellow, but that's all right. It's a pretty warm day. We only have 54 Ks to go. I'm at 76%. He's at like 73, I think. So, you know, at least we're not going to show up to Waipukurau with barely any charge left. It's not going to be a very long stop, but long enough to maybe get some meat pies or something.
There might not be a whole lot of stuff to see out here aside from farmland and some vineyards, but it's still a nice part of New Zealand. Really, if it weren't for the charging station, we'd probably just drive straight through and miss the whole town. The Waipukurau station wasn't connected to any networks, which meant it was free. Don't tell anybody. Otherwise, they're definitely going to fix that. My battery was still warm from the last charge, so Simon plugged in first to give mine a while to cool down. It was about lunchtime, so we got some meat pies and hung out in the shade while our bikes charged. Unfortunately, our bikes were just sitting in the sun, cooking. I don't know what the deal is with charging stations, but barely any of them are in the shade.
Cool. 95%. 240 Ks of range estimated, which is good because I'm gonna need it. We're going 196 kilometers, which is kind of the limit at, you know, spirited riding pace speeds. I'm excited because I have never been here before. Any of these roads that we're going to in the next 3 hours are all new to me. And this is another place where if you don't have an Energica, I don't know if any other electric motorcycle could actually make it there because you need the range and fast charging to get there. So yeah, it is super hot. What a difference just a couple hours made.
We were headed toward this place I'm not going to try and pronounce. And now that we were out in the countryside off the main highway, the roads got way smoother. Is that because less people use these roads? Or less big trucks come here, maybe? I usually expect back roads to not be as maintained, but this one was amazing.
Ugh, just as I was saying how good the road is. Wow, what happened over here? Earthquake or something? This is crazy. Maybe this was part of the big cyclone that happened. Maybe? I don't know. Wow, this is nuts. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. A little excitement.
If only we knew what was ahead of us, we probably would have turned around. But part of the fun of riding to new places is whatever expectations you had are pretty much always wrong.
Longest place name in the world. Well, that's exciting. Wow.
Okay, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this one, but this is how you say it.
Taumata whakatangihanga ko Wauwau o tamatea turi pūkā ka piki mā ngā horonuku pō kai whenua ki tana tahu.
That's a mouthful. It translates to the place where Tamatea, the man with the big knees, who slid, climbed, and swallowed mountains, known as Land Eater, played his flute to his loved one. How romantic.
I'm gonna have to stop at the next gas station and clean my freaking bugs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Lots of bugs.
And they're so juicy at this time of year.
So the road from Waipukurau to the longest place name sign was great. 10 out of 10, would ride again. But this part is where we should have turned around. There were some beautiful parts for sure, but the further we got from that sign, we quickly realized this is not a sport bike kind of road.
Wow, this sucks. Yeah, can't recommend this road.
The next few hours were rough. Every time we thought, surely that had to be the last gravel patch, another one would show up, usually right after a crest just to make sure to catch us off guard.
What the hell?
Apparently road user charges are kicking in for EVs in April, which is like a tax for fixing the roads. So if the issue was not having enough money to fix these roads, they'll have it soon, which means these roads are going to be fixed, right?
Oh man, I hope it's not 90k of this.
What the hell, man? Oh, this is terrible. I'm so sorry.
No, man, it's
Oh.
good. Just check NZTA's website. Surely this can't carry on much longer.
No. Yeah, it seems like there's more off-road than on-road. Maybe like 10 years ago when somebody told me this was the best road ever, maybe back then it was.
It's making me want an exterior.
Yeah. These are the wrong bikes for sure.
At least they're on tires.
Yeah.
Oh well, we'll keep going.
Cool.
Around here, the pain ended, and all of this was fantastic. Finally, I understood what every motorcyclist was saying about Highway 52. This was the part they were talking about. The problem with fun roads, though, is to enjoy them properly, you kind of have to go at a certain pace. And that pace with EVs is going to kill your range. So we made the decision not to go all the way down to Masterton, but to stop in Eketahuna. So we'd missed this part of the road, but I don't think we would have made it. We were just enjoying the ride a bit too much.
Wow, I'm exhausted. We made it to Eketahuna. I have 8% battery. Wow, that was a crazy road. I think the most impressive part about it, like not just the scenery and the fun twistiness of it, it's just that like it's twisty for hours. Oh, that was fun.
We got some ice creams because it was definitely that kind of day, and charged up just enough to make it to the next stop.
There's only one station here, so it made more sense to just get barely enough to get to the next place that has like 3 or 4 stations, 5 stations I think. So yeah, that was cool. And we're taking the highway back because we've had enough of the windy roads. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'm kind of tired. It's like that road just went on and on and on for hours. Okay, we made it to Masterton. I have 12%. So now, hopefully, this set station up here is going to have 3 charging stations. I think we're done almost 500 Ks already. Crazy. Well, that didn't work. So, what had happened was the little plastic piece that goes around the charging port doesn't allow the charging gun thing to sit flush or go in far enough, so I'm unable to do the whole communication thing. But it's all good. There's another charging station over here, and yeah, it seems like every charging station has different sized plugs for some weird reason, whatever. So leaf plugged in. Okay, guess I'll just have to wait until the leaf is done. Oh, there's somebody waiting. Who is that? MG? No, MG's in line. Alright, I'm going somewhere else. Okay. Straight down this road on the right. Okay, had to get another app. Thundergrid. Actually, I had an account a long time ago, but forgot my password. It was a whole big thing. So, I'm charging though. This one, at least, I'm in the shade. That's pretty nice. I like this. Thank you, More Wilsons. You guys are great. Yeah, this is kind of like the Whole Foods of New Zealand. Expensive, but very nice. Z station, that just, it was weird. Like the plugs were too big, and my holes are too small. No, that's not what I meant. It's crazy that there's 3 different charging companies in one town within, 2 kilometers of each other, but it's good to have options, I guess. So I'm glad that this was here, actually. Yeah, so thanks Thundergrid and More Wilsons. You guys are great. So we came across a lot of people today that had no idea electric motorcycles were a thing yet, which is something they said. It's like, oh yeah, we didn't know those were like out or something. It's like, yeah, we've had them for 8 years. This bike is 2 years old already. It's been in New Zealand for 2 years. Everybody on the grandma has a Leaf or like a Kona or a Tesla. Everybody knows what those are, but nobody really knows that electric bikes are a thing. How do we change that? I mean, I thought making a YouTube channel like 6 years ago would do that, but I guess not, because nobody's watching this. Maybe I need to go out and be more social. Well, that was an epic day. pretty insane. The ride's not even over yet. We still have like another 2 hours to get home. But this video is over because it's way too long already. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.